Greetings, my wonderful people. Welcome back again to Pinkapon Media. So my people, I am back again to share with you now latest update to today will be the 29th day of December 2025. My people, a lot they go on. A lot they go on. But before I go play this video, make una see what the not they talk right now. My people, a lot they go on. I am going to be reading out some updates which just came out this night. After reading them out, then I go play the remaining part of this video, so that you go understand fully what is going on. The first headline here says, Northern forest guards are using AK-47 while Omoteku are using den guns. NSA continue, my people. Una remember say some members, about 7,000 members of Meeti and La were graduated on the 27th of December 2025. NSA Raibidu, he don't deploy them go many states. And trust me, my people, the federal government of Nigeria have them highly equipped with different ammunition. So this particular update or headline here, they try to tell us, say, they use AK-47, while Omoteku, they are using ordinary den gun. My people, the second update here where we are going to be looking into says, Gumi warns security operatives against provoking terrorists after peace deal in Katsina. When I hear them, if they want them, say they not try anything with terrorists, so not after having peace deal with them, they can't they do anyhow. Meaning that it should continue that way, no buying of terrorists, they should continue with the peace deal or negotiation. Call it anything, my people. Not be smart, you know. This Gumi, this man no dey tire. I'm telling you guys, my people, he never finish. So in this headline, Gumi said, Nigerian military can't win this war against bandits. Now who talk am? Now Gumi, now he talk and say Nigerian military that they can't overpower the terrorists. In this particular headline here, it says, Sheikh Ahmed Gumi has called on Nigerian authorities to expel the U.S. ambassador and severe diplomatic ties, questioning the credibility of involving U.S. President Donald Trump in anti-crime efforts. So my people, it is high time that someone will ask the Nigerian government what is going on between them and Gumi, because tell me how Gumi will just be making orders. Imagine the last time he suggested to Tinubu that he should involve either China or Pakistan for help. Yes, so people will go help them fight the terror groups where they the country. My people, just 2 days later, Tinubu buy the idea. He bought the idea by involving Turkey. Nigerians are still shouting about that one, asking whether the president of Nigeria, the real president of Nigeria, now Gumi, because what is this? My people, Gumi don't come out again with another order. He dey tell Tinubu, he dey tell Nigerian government they should sever ties with America. Not only that, they should chase away every ambassador of America where they in Nigeria. They should chase them away. My people. So my wonderful people, I will allow you guys right now to watch the video where I don't pack come for now. After watching this video, drop your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to encourage your girl by liking this video and sharing this video so that other people will be aware of what is going on. Watch and drop your opinion in the comments.
Gumi knows where the terrorists are. Sultan of Sokoto knows where the terrorists are. You must have the political will. You must have the political will.
We are grateful to God for what God is doing in our time. Now, Nigerians, I want you to know that Northern Nigeria is going to be the bearing ground of all of the Islamic terrorists. We have listened to what some of the Islamic scholars have been saying. You can get it on the TikTok when America struck and attack or some of the hideouts of the terrorists. It is a statement to tell what I have been saying in the past. Sokoto State knows, especially the caliphate, knows who are the perpetrators of this evil and the genocide ongoing in this country. We must all join hands together to stand with our government, to stand also with the United States of America to help us flush out this wickedness in our land. Kidnapping must stop. The killing of innocent life must stop. The bombing that took place in Maiduguri, I commiserate with the families that were members who were killed right there in the mosques. But together, we will all make the difference. We cannot allow any soul to be killed. Our soldiers cannot be wasting their lives any longer. I want to thank the Minister of Defense for rising up to occasion and making sure that there's no compromise and there is nothing like sitting down with terrorists to negotiate.
Mixed reactions are trailing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's departure to Europe for his end-of-year break before proceeding to Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. Many Nigerians on social media have criticized the timing of the trip, citing the recent attacks in Sokoto and Zamfara states, ongoing economic hardship, and the frequency of the president's foreign travels. However, in a statement on Sunday, the president's special advisor on information, Bayo Ononuga, defended the trip, saying that it includes an official invitation from UAE President His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. According to Ononuga, President Tinubu will participate in the 2026 Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week Summit in early January, which brings together world leaders to discuss sustainable development and climate action. The president was seen off at the presidential wing of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos by senior government officials. I'll take a reaction, Ayo, before I come to you. This is from David, who wrote, today, Tinubu traveled out of Nigeria to Europe for the holidays. From there, he will travel to Abu Dhabi to continue his self-impressing tourism. Only 3 days ago, the U.S. military attacked terrorists in Sokoto, and yesterday, terrorists retaliated by attacking some communities in Zamfara state. Nigeria is facing many challenges, yet Tinubu, the supposed president of the country, finds the chance and the convenience to Europe for a vacation. The issue isn't merely his show of insensitivity and lack of care for his people and country. It is how the world perceives him and Nigeria. What does he or his handlers feel the US and the countries he'll be touring in the period of wasteful tourism will think of him and the country he governs? And you know, I read that tweet because, you know, those are some of the rhetorics that I saw online. They find it insensitive that he had to travel at this time. The last time there was some sort of, you know, issue with the president traveling, I believe the abduction, he did cancel his travel. So it's quite strange that this is the critical time that we need the president in the country and he's jetting off to Europe. Your thoughts?
We need all boots on ground. We need everyone on the ground. Yes. And that's the truth. He's expressed very rightly the sentiments of a number of people following this announcement. And don't forget, the Abu Dhabi summit is happening from the 11th to the 15th of January. So we're not expecting the president back until halfway into the year 2026. There are a number of critical issues that are still hanging in the air. In addition to insecurity, there's the issue around the tax laws, which is meant to take effect or come into effect on the 1st of January. There are a number of things that are still, that require critical attention. Some people have said, if you use it in layman's terms, if your house is on fire, that's not the time to begin to go on annual leave, because some might argue that he has a right to annual leave just like every worker. But I think in terms of the optics and the signaling, it doesn't speak very right. And I think also in the interest of transparency and accountability, let's really understand this trip. Many people already have said he's going to France, but let's understand really what is really going on, and the president should stay more at home in 2026.
Rufai, please, I'd like for you to talk about the president's leave, because this is such, a critical moment in our nation.
No, but Oji, you see, when we talk, they say we talk, but we have to talk.
Yeah.
The president has gone to his second home. In fact, I don't even know the president's home now, Lagos and Paris, because I think Paris is as important to him as Lagos, or France is as important to him as Lagos. Maybe with this now, maybe we also need to organize festivals like Eyo in Paris, so that, he has the best of both worlds. No, Parisian Eyo. Secondly, this is a time where there are many contentious issues on ground. The tax thing is one of them. You see, it's an aberration what democracy has become, that the contentious matter on taxation is going on, that an harmonized copy was said to be different from the gazetted copy. National Assembly is looking at it. The only last thing we heard the president do was to meet with the dramatics personnel at and say, okay, well, you're going to go on with the law. So is it that we Nigerians don't even matter? And we are fools in all of this? We don't even deserve to be talked to. We don't even deserve for clarity to come. And I see some people trying to butter the matter up. It's a big deal. A law where that fails the integrity test is no law. It's not to do with making laws in this country. Why were we talking about budget padding? It's not a case of another padding. Until date, the National Assembly just goes ahead to say that, oh, let us regazette.
All right.
They should release the harmonized copy. That's one of it. All right. Secondly, with the biting pain and pangs in the country, the president is off again. You said 15th, Abi? So he's going to probably going to be there for another 2 weeks. And the question is, when we ask now, what has he gone there to do? They will give us all sorts of excuse and everything. You see, I keep telling Nigerians, elections matter. This is what you voted for. Do we need a president that goes almost, that the country is not even conducive for him to say he's going to France almost every time? Or we need a president that stays at home, that feels the people, that has empathy for the people?
All right. Well, I wish
we are running. Yeah. We are running a joke.
Yeah. All right. I wish we had a lot of time on the show. The good thing about what happened over the weekend was the inauguration of 7,000 forest guards, which I think we need in our country at this moment. All right. A shocking video showing the assault of veteran Nollywood filmmaker Don Pedro Obaseki has generated mixed reactions on social media. The filmmaker, who is a cousin of former Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki, was attacked and paraded through Benin City over allegations that he insulted the Oba of Benin. Don Pedro had used the phrase Edo Otokbae to salute a gathering of Edo people in London instead of the traditional Oba Otokbae in respect to the king. Well, upon his return to Edo State, thugs loyal to the palace apprehended him and stripped him to his boxers, then paraded him approximately 5 kilometers to the palace gates to apologize to the king. Let's take a look. This is shocking. Well, reactions online have been divided, with some citing Benin customs against disrespecting the Oba, while human rights lawyer Inibehe Effiong condemned the attack as thuggery. And I'll read Inibehe Effiong's post on X. He wrote, "We now live in a country where someone is publicly stripped, paraded publicly, forced to kneel and apologize publicly in front of a palace because he insulted the king. The Oba of Benin is a revered king. He has a responsibility to uphold the sanctity of not only his throne, but the dignity of his people, including the dignity of those who disagree with him or offend him. Humiliating a citizen in this manner does not bring glory to the palace or the king. It diminishes the prestige of the Oba and his throne. We should not allow thuggery to define the very respected crown of the Oba of Benin. If the Oba does not disavow this crude and primitive action, it will send a wrong and dangerous message. I do not know Don Pedro Obaseki. I'm not familiar with whatever he may have said or done that offended some people. I don't care about the underlying politics. But no citizen should be humiliated in this manner. The police has a responsibility to act in this case. The culprits should be dealt with according to the law. Well, as for the Oba's side, he said not to have ordered the action, with one of the palace chiefs stating that the Oba was at Holy Arusa Church attending a Thanksgiving service to mark the end of the annual Igwe festival. The chief also urged the youths in the mob to avoid causing any trouble. The chief stated that we don't want any disturbance, adding that if anyone considers himself an enemy of the Oba, he should be left alone because time will reveal the outcome. Well, later on that Sunday evening, Obaseki, Don Pedro, released a video where he narrated how he was abducted, beaten by thugs and stripped.
I'm an Obaseki, and this is not a beating of Pedro. It's as if there is a deliberate war against anybody who bears the name of Obaseki. And maybe I was the first victim in the line. But this must stop. So I'm going to press charges. I'm going to seek legal recompense. I don't understand this. My children are traumatized, my family, my wife, my siblings. For me, who has elevated the culture of the Benin race in my 35 to 40 years as the pioneer of the present Nollywood, okay, Edoya Atokbe, Oba Atokbe, because he's cybernetic. There is no king without subjects. Thank you.
All right, Ayo, I'm coming to you on the story. I believe, I read that the police had detained him for a couple of hours. In that same video, which he, shared with Arise News, he had commended the Commissioner of Police for his, action, intervention, and releasing him at that moment. But, I don't really understand how this can happen in our society. You were speaking so highly of Don Pedro Obaseki just moments ago. A very notable filmmaker. Everybody knows who he is. Look at how they turned him into some sort of, I was so shocked when I saw this video, really offended by it.
Everyone should be shocked. Everyone should be offended because it could happen to anybody.
Yes.
It could have been anyone if we're not Don Pedro or Pedro Obaseki. What we're seeing is what can be described to or ascribed to as a state of anarchy, where citizens take matters into their own hands and tantamount to jungle justice with regards to, because of the fact that he made a statement that the people didn't agree with, and so they retaliated with a public show of shame, and the police detained him. I'm surprised because I'm wondering who the police ought to have detained. Should it not have been these tyrants, this young people, or this mob who had degraded him, humiliated him, just put him in this kind of situation? And then we see that, in fairness to the Commissioner of Police in Edo State, Pedro Obaseki had said that while he was detained, he came to intervene to ask what happened, and then afterwards asked for him to be released. However, the silence of the governor is quite deafening. It's loud. We haven't heard anything from him. According to the Oba's Palace, who is a revered monarch in Benin City in Edo State, he said that it was, his supporters. The Oba didn't have a hand in this. But I do think that this should be condemned from the highest level because it sends a signal. And don't forget that it's not just the citizens we're talking about. We keep talking about investor confidence. We keep talking about perception. We keep talking about how people see things, how seriously people take our justice system, security or insecurity in the country. This does not speak well for security, for democracy in the nation, and for the process of justice in Nigeria. I believe he has said that he might sue. I hope he does.
Yes, that's what
but
he said.
Even beyond that,
is
that an investigation ought to be instituted, and everyone who is culpable should be brought to book based on this, because like I said, and I emphasize this, it's Don Pedro Obaseki today. If this state of anarchy continues, it can be you, it can be me, it can be anybody at all, and this should not be allowed to happen.
All right, well, I know that everybody wants to speak on this story, so please a minute each, because the producer has cut my time, so go ahead.
That's why election matters. I will be surprised if the people that went to beat Don Pedro are brought to book there are higher authorities that are in their favor. We see their faces. As at this morning, if the governor has not stepped in or ordered arrests, then there's a level of complicity in the state. Third point, Edo has become the home for barbarity under this administration. Was it not how they behaved when they were opening the Benin Museum, the Moa Museum, that they went there, disrupted where international people were there, international investors? It has become the home for barbarity. We saw the faces of those that abducted Don Pedro.
Yes,
if nobody picks up those people and they are in police custody today and they are cooling off their heels in police custody, then Edo is, I'm sorry, shall I use the word, finished with barbarity. Let's keep deceiving ourselves.
I read one of the comments, someone saying that every time bad news from Edo State.
As usual, now elections matter. Elections matter. Let's be careful.
My points very quickly. One, justice for Don Pedro Agbonifo Obaseki.
Yes.
Nobody deserves to be treated in this manner in a free country. Two, he did not insult the Oba. He said, long live the Edo people, long live the Oba of Benin. How does that constitute an offense?
I think they said he only said, long live the Edo.
No, I watched the video. He said both.
The second time was where he didn't say it at the gathering in London. That's the issue, yes. Well, he didn't say it at the gathering.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, even if he didn't, he has the freedom of expression. What is wrong in saying long live the Edo people?
That's what he said.
After all, we say long live Nigeria. We don't say long live the president. Now, three, I think it's important that he himself made the point that the chiefs handled the matter very well, and it was clear to him that, you know, these were thugs doing their thing. It was not the Oba of Benin sending anybody to go and harass anybody. Number four is that, look, this matter should be looked into. And he also praised the Commissioner of Police that he handled the matter well, and it was the Commissioner of Police that released him. Five, you see,
mixed reactions are trailing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's departure to Europe for his end-of-year break before proceeding to Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. Many Nigerians on social media have criticized the timing of the trip, citing the recent attacks in Sokoto and Zamfara states, ongoing economic hardship, and the frequency of the president's foreign travels. However, in a statement on Sunday, the president's special advisor on information, Bayo Ononuga, defended the trip, saying that it includes an official invitation from UAE President His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al